everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about safe following distances while driving. In this video, I'll be going over the safe following distances, and I'll be giving you some general rules to follow while driving. Alright, so I like to measure following distances in a matter of seconds. Some people measure them within a distance, like a number of meters. Other people measure them with a certain number of car lengths. But I like to measure them in seconds because it's universal and it makes it always really quick and easy to quickly measure a following distance. So let's get right into the content of the video. A safe following distance for ideal road conditions, and I'll demonstrate it momentarily when someone gets in front of me, is 2 to 3 seconds of a following distance, okay? Now, I always recommend going with the higher number because it's better to have a little extra space than to not have enough. So I recommend going for 3 seconds of a following distance in ideal road conditions. The safe following distance for road conditions that are not ideal is more than that. So like right now it's rainy and it's only 2 degrees, meaning the road might still be a little bit frozen from last night. I'm looking at a following distance of 4 to 5 seconds. Now, once again, I recommend going with 5 seconds as opposed to 4 seconds. Now I'm just gonna turn on this road over here, and then hopefully there'll be some cars in front of me, and then there is one up there, and then I can show you how to measure the safe following distance. All right, so what you wanna do is you wanna start a sort of like a timer in your mind once the car in front of you passes a certain milestone that you can see. And then whenever you pass that milestone, that's the number of seconds that your following distance is. So the person in front of me, the driver in front of me, is actually far ahead, and I don't want to speed, so I don't want to, try and catch up to them. But I'm going to start counting when they pass a sign up ahead. So they pass a sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now I've passed that same sign. So that's about my following distance. Now I've caught up a little bit without speeding, so let's see my following distance right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I as you can see, I decreased the following distance, and now I decreased it a bit more, and right now I'm probably about 4 to 5 seconds behind that driver. So we're gonna start counting. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I started at 2 because I was talking when that driver had passed the milestone. But that's how you measure the following distance. So I'm gonna start counting when that driver passes this sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just passed the sign. So I'm about 5 seconds behind the driver in front of me. That's my following distance, and that's what I would recommend as a safe following distance. Now, the reason that if the road conditions are not ideal, like I said, the reason that I like to measure it in a matter of seconds is because it's universal for whatever speed you're going. If you're going 100 kilometers an hour, 5 seconds is still going to be 5 seconds at that speed. If you're going 40 kilometers an hour or 35 like I am right now, then 5 seconds is still going to work out, because the higher the speed that you're going, the greater the distance that 5 seconds allows for. Meaning a 5 second following distance at 100 kilometers an hour is going to put you much further behind the car than a 5 second following distance at 40 kilometers an hour. The distance is going to be greater with the same number of seconds at a higher speed than it is at a lower speed. And that's why I like using a number of seconds, because it works out really, really well. If you use a distance, a number of meters, it's harder to gauge that, and you have to vary it. You have to change it with the speed, because obviously I want to be further behind the car within a matter of meters at 100 kilometers an hour than at 40 kilometers an hour. So with that being said, that's basically just an easy way to measure safe following distance. So right now, as you can see, I'm a little too close, right? Right now I'm past it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5, but I had backed off a little bit. So another quick thing to note, and the reason that I started off by saying past it was because that was when the driver in front of me had passed that sign, right? So you want to start when the person passes a sign or a crosswalk or a light post or whatever, you want to start at 0 in your mind and then start counting 1. I wouldn't start counting 1 immediately as the driver passed that milestone, because then I'm missing a second. Like, let's say the driver passed that sign, I would start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So you have to start at 0. That's the key factor. Now, you might say 0 when they pass it, or you might just do what I did and just start 1 second after they pass it. But that's basically it. That is a safe following distance for driving, while driving. Once again, 2 to 3 seconds in ideal road conditions. I would go with 3 as opposed to 2, and much higher when the road conditions are not ideal. Like I said, 4 to 5 seconds. In these road conditions, I would go with 5 as opposed to 4. And if the roads were like really slick and icy, I would even go 5 to 6 seconds, or, you know, use your judgment, but increase it as you need to. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.